Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for watching. So today's video is just going to be on the look that I am wearing right now. This is just a really nice subtle soft look. I really like the eyeshadows in this. I really like the lip colour as well. So I just thought I'd come on and I'd record it just to share it with you guys as well. Please give this video a thumbs up if you like it, and please subscribe if you already haven't. Leave me a comment down below as well if you want to, and I hope you enjoy the video. So this is my morning face. So I have prepped my skin. I've already washed my face and I used my Purity 3-in-1 cleanser, and then I've already moisturised and I've just sprayed my face with the Urban Decay B6 complexion spray. I love this stuff. I always have to spray my face with this. So I have already sprayed this just to give it some time to settle in, so then I can jump straight in with my primers. So today I am actually going to use two different primers. I'm going to use the Professional by Benefit, and I really like this one just to hide my pores, especially down the sides of my nose. So I'm just going to take a little bit of this, then I'm going to move it, and then I'm just going to apply it where I need it. So down the sides of my nose, and then I'll pop a bit here and a bit here, and then I'll just rub that in. I really like how this one feels. I do have a few different primers, but this is always one that I do tend to use. I find it's nice and quick because it does have a little bit of a colour to it as well. I just find that it is really nice. So I'm just going to push that in, but then I am also going to go in with another primer, and I'm going to use, I'm not even going to try to pronounce it because I will butcher it, but it is the Primer by Chanel. And this is a really nice primer. I like this one. It's an illuminating primer as well, so literally just one pump. I'll move it between my fingers, and then I'm just going to pop it where I just feel like I need a little illuminating. And then I'm just going to rub this in. This primer is just a white based primer as well, but obviously once it's gone into your skin and it soaks in, you can't actually see any white. So I do like how this one feels, and it smells really nice too. I am looking crazy this morning, hair on top of my head, and yes people, I am wearing Star Wars pyjamas. Then the next thing I'm going to do is, because I don't have a salmon concealer, I don't know if you can tell, but I've got really dark circles underneath my eyes. I don't know if it's because I'm not getting enough sleep or just age. Plain and simple, I think it's just down to age. So I'm actually going to take the Maybelline Fit Me concealer, just because this is a little darker than my skin tone, and I'm just going to apply this underneath my eyes. You're probably thinking right now, well, what's the point? But I promise you, if you do have those little blue lines under there, you need like an orangey coloured something to try and hide them, and for me this concealer is actually working really well. So all I'm going to do is just dot a little bit underneath my eyes, and then I'm just going to take a clean finger and I'm just going to push that into the skin. So all I'm doing is just dabbing it around where the darkness is, and then when I go in with my foundation, it shouldn't show up as much as if I just left it blank. So I'm just going to push that in. I've always suffered really bad with dark circles under my eyes. Normally I would put a salmon concealer over, and again that was from recommendation of watching somebody on YouTube who also suffered with dark circles, and I just thought, oh, I really need to try that, and it really does work. So that's all I'm going to do, is I've literally just pushed it around underneath my eyes, not swiped it, I'm just tapping it because I don't want to move the concealer, I just want to push it in where the darkness is. Get a little wipe. So obviously it looks a bit crazy at the minute, it does look a little bit orange under there, but I don't know if you can tell, it actually has taken away a little bit of the darkness from underneath my eyes, which is what I'm aiming for. I don't want to go ahead and pop all my nice stuff on my face and then realise that I've still got really bad dark circles under there. So I'm going to go in now with the Naked Skin by Urban Decay foundation, and as I am very light, I am a number 2 in this, so I'm just going to pump 2, maybe 2.5 or 3 onto the back of my hand, and we'll just pop that over there. Maybe that was a bit too much, I probably only needed 2. And I'm just going to dot it around my face. This is way too much foundation. 2 pumps would be enough. I think in actual fact, I'm sure that when I get matched and I go there, the ladies always say to me, oh, you only need 1 pump. No, I need a little bit more than 1 pump. And then anything that's left on the back of my hand, I'm just going to rub it underneath my chin. So then that way when I come in and I'm moving around, I can make sure that there's some down there as well. So I'm just going to rub that off, because if I don't rub it off now, I'll end up going out and realising that I've still got foundation on the back of my hand. So we can look all cray cray for a minute whilst I do that. So now I'm going to go in with my stippling brush, and I'm going to spray it just with a little bit of the MAC Fix Plus. I love this stuff, it's really nice. I've just had to repurchase another bottle because I'm nearly running out. And again, all I'm going to do is I'm just going to push the foundation into my skin. So I'm not necessarily trying to blend anything, I'm just pushing it, because then I am going to go in with my beauty blender and I'm going to sort that out. And the best part about a beauty blender is if you accidentally do put a little bit too much foundation on your face, the beauty blender will take some of that product away as well. So it's not too crazy if, like me, you do put a little bit too much on there. So as always, I'm just pushing the foundation into my face with my favourite stippling brush. And I'm so excited, I literally just received new brushes in the post as well. I've got some Sigma brushes and a few MAC brushes, and I think I got some more Real Technique brushes as well. So I'm really excited to give them a try and see what they're like, because this foundation brush is so old. It is literally, I have bristles falling out of it. Every time I wash it, I keep saying it's not going to survive another wash, but it is my favourite. So when I feel like the majority of the product is pushed around my skin, I will go in with my damp beauty blender. So obviously this is the Real Techniques facial complexion sponge, I think it's called, but I do like this one again because of the slanted edge. I just find that it's so easy to manoeuvre it around my face. So in patting motions, I never swipe, even with a brush. I always just pat down because I don't want to be leaving lines on my face by swiping the foundation across. So I'm just going to go all over my face again with this. And like I said, because this sponge, obviously it's nice and wet, I have wringed it out so it's not soaking wet, but obviously the excess foundation that is on my face, this sponge will pick it up and remove it, so it does take away. Obviously I am wasting a little bit of product there because I did put too much on, but... And then I'll just go over my eyes as well, so I am just pushing that foundation in there, just to cover any little veins that are in my eyelids. So then again, because I'm going to be wearing my hair up as well, make sure you come behind your ear. I mean, I'm dead lazy. If I've got my hair down, I tend not to do this step because I don't think nobody's going to see it. So behind my ears and then bringing it down my neck as well, just to make sure that everything blends. Really nice. Loving it. It literally is like a second skin, this foundation. It's so nice. There are so many foundations that I actually want to try, but when I get a foundation and I fall in love with it, it just tends to be the foundation that I will always use. So I'm kind of feeling like we're about there. So at this point now, I'm going to go in with my concealer. So I am actually going to use the NARS, what are you? Upside down. The Radiant Creamy Concealer. I do like this one. It does say that it is an anti-crease concealer. Probably doesn't crease as much as some of my concealers, and in this I am light number 2. So this is the concealer that I'm going to use. And I'm going to just do the same method as what I did in my foundation routine. Obviously, I'm not going to put as much on as I normally would, especially with my Maybelline, but I'm going to bring it down the sides of my nose because I'm going to use this concealer to highlight as well, just because it is a little bit lighter. So underneath my eyes and then down. And because obviously I'm using this to highlight, I'm going to also pop just a little bit on my chin. I'll put a little bit on my Cupid's bow, and then I will also go up the bridge of my nose and then onto my forehead, just to even out that highlight so everything matches and it all blends. I like this concealer. It is a little bit thick. It's definitely thicker than what I'm normally used to. So now I'm going to go in with the pointy end on my beauty blender, and I'm just going to push that into my skin now. This has definitely got to be my favourite method of applying concealer. I'm just so in love with these sponges. I think they're so nice, and because they're wet as well, you literally feel like you are putting more moisture back into your skin, which again, for someone that has dry skin, this is really, really good for me. Then once I feel like I've pushed that in enough, anything that's left on it, I'm just literally going to tap over my eyelid. So even though this concealer is an anti-crease concealer, I still do need to set my concealer with something. So I'm going to take my Anastasia Beverly Hills Contour Kit. I love this kit, it's amazing. And I'm going to take two of the highlight shades in here, which are the Vanilla powder, which is this one, and then the middle one, which is the Banana powder. I'm going to mix the two of them and then just set the under eye. So I always get my brush and my beauty blender. I'll dip my brush in, tap off any excess, and then I just go in with one more go, just in case there is any creasage that has just built up there whilst I've been moving around and looking for my brush and the palette. And once I've done that, I'm literally going to go straight in and set the under eye. Now I know this concealer is an anti-crease concealer, but for me, I literally still do need to set it. I have really fine lines underneath my eyes and smile lines at the sides, or crow's feet, whatever people call them. And then I will just, without any extra product on the brush, I'll just swipe it across my eyelids as well, just to set that concealer that I've just rubbed in there as well. So then when I go to put my eyeshadow on, it'll all be good to go. Okay, so now at this point, I'm going to go in with just a little bit of face powder. I wouldn't normally do this step, but I just feel like I need to set everything. So I'm just going to go in with the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in Medium Plus, and I'm just going to put the smallest amount on my brush, tap off the excess, and I'm just going to go around. Just because I do find that this foundation is a little bit light as well, so this skin finish is so nice. And because I'm not going to be putting any more cream products on my face, I can definitely go in and set everywhere with a powder. Normally I wouldn't set my whole face like this, but I'm feeling today I need to set everywhere. And then down the sides as well. So then once I've done that, I'm going to leave the face alone now, she says as she carries on brushing. And I'm going to concentrate on other areas of my face. So I'm going to do my eyebrows really quickly. Like I just said, this is going to be a really subtle look, so I'm not after like a full sculpted out eyebrow like how I would normally do my eyebrows. So I'm literally just going to comb through them. Sorry, I'm still a little bit sick, but I'm feeling loads better than what I have been. Now I'm going to go in with my Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz, and I love this brow pencil. It is amazing. Mine's in soft brown, and because I am blind as a bat, I'm going to get another mirror just so I can see a little bit more, poke myself in the face with it. And I'm not going to sculpt them out like I normally would. I'm just going to fill in the areas that are a little bit sparse. Sparse. Oh, sounded posh. I am not that posh. And I'm also not going to come right in either, just because I do want this to look really natural. So I'm just going to stay on the middle to the tail end and just fill that in, because then obviously when we go through to comb this product, it will move it around as well. So Okay, so my eyebrows are looking a little bit crazy. Normally I like a full sculpted eyebrow and spend a good 10 minutes I think on my eyebrows, which is a little bit excessive when it comes to doing eyebrows, but I just like how they look. So now all I'm just going to do is I'm going to move this product around like so. So I'm going to leave my eyebrows as they are for the minute. I will set them towards the end, but this is just a real natural look for me. So I've not sculpted anything out, I've not gone round anything, I've kind of just brushed a little bit through, gone through with some gimme brow just to put a bit of extra colour in there. So now I'm just going to move straight onto my eyes. I am literally just going for a really simple natural look. So I'm actually going to use the Too Faced Bourjois Eyes palette. This is my favourite palette. I love this one. I literally use this every single day. I love it. And I'm just going to take the first shade in here, which is called Satin Sheets. And all I'm going to do is I'm just going to rub it all over the bottom part of my eyelid. I'm not going too high with it. I'm just keeping it really low. And I like this because it's got a gold shimmer to it, which is so pretty. And then I'm just going to go in and add a little bit of colour into the crease. I mean, you can do your eyeshadow however you like to do your eyeshadow. Normally I do my eyes first and I go in and I do all my crease colours and everything, but because this is such a subtle look I don't really need to do that. So I've gone in with the Satin Sheet colour first, and now I'm going to go in with a colour called Sugar Wall. And I'm literally, it's a small little brush, and I'm just going to dab the top of the brush into the eyeshadow. So there's not a lot of product on there, and instead of going in and swiping, I'm actually just going to go into the crease and I'm just going to push the product into there. Just to give the eye a little bit more dimension. Dimension? Oh. And I can't see. I'm really blind. I need to go to the opticians. So again, on the other side, I'm just going to push the colour into the crease. So now I'm going to go in with a deeper shade, just a little bit darker than the one that I've just used, and this one is called Lap Dance. Some very strange names in these palettes. And again, same method, end of the brush, I'm just tapping it on, and then again I'm just going to push it in. With this one, I'm just going to concentrate on the outer V of my eye, on the crease, just to add a bit of colour there. And again, I am just pushing this product into the crease of my eye, and then I will blend it out. Again, you can build this up to whatever you like as well. So if you like it a little bit darker, if you want to bring it all the way in, you can definitely do it how you want to do it. I just find for me this is my best way of doing it, and it gives me the desired effects that I want. So now I'm just going to go in with a fluffier brush, and then I'm just going to blend. Blend. Yeah, so that is definitely enough for me in my crease. All I'm going to do is now, I just want to add a little bit of colour into the centre of my eye. So I'm actually going to take a Makeup Geek eyeshadow, and this is in the shade Cinderella. This is such a lovely eyeshadow. It's a really nice pinky colour, and I think it just goes so well. So just a little bit, and all I'm going to do is I'm just going to tap it into the centre of my eye. So a little bit on there, tap it in to the other eye, and just tap it in. I really like this colour. I'm just so in love with the shade. It's so beautiful. When I first got it, I didn't use it that often, And then I did this look one day, and then I just suddenly thought to myself, why have I not been using you? Oh. And then I'm just blending one more time, just to help blend it all out, so it all looks really nice. So that is as far as I'm going to go with my eyes. All I'm going to do is now, because I did set my under eye concealer with some powder as well, any fallout that has happened, I can go in now and brush that away really gently. So I'm just going to brush that away. And then I'm just going to quickly coat my lashes with some mascara. I'm not going to put any falsies on today. I'm just going to go in with the Benefit Roller Lash Mascara. This is my favourite mascara. It's the only one that I've been using recently. I really, really like it. And I do apologise in advance for the facial expressions that I am now going to pull whilst I put on my mascara. So I like the brush on this. It's a curved brush. And the method or the trick to doing it is to get it as close to your lash line as possible, and then twirl as you're going upwards. Or at least that's how the girls in the shop told me to do it, so. Okay, so once I've put on a couple of coats of mascara, and I have just put some mascara on my bottom lashes as well. The mascara that I used for my bottom lashes was the MAC one, and this is in Bad Bad Black. I just find that this mascara is a little bit better than the Roller Lash. It doesn't have a tendency to fall down. A lot of the times I can put mascara on my bottom lashes, and then throughout the day it'll start to smudge underneath, and I really don't like that. So I've just put a little bit of that on. That is pretty much everything for the eyes. I'm not going to do any liner or anything like that. I will highlight the inner corner and things, but I tend to do that nearer to the end. So for right now, I'm just going to go in and finish up the face. So I just want to add a little bit of colour into my face. So I'm just going to take the Too Faced Little Black Book of Bronzes. I love this little black book. And I'm not going into contour or do anything like that. I'm just going to take a big fluffy brush, and I'm going to take the colour Sun Bunny, and I'm just going to rub my brush into it. There is hardly any product on this brush. I love this brush, it's so big. And I'm literally just going to go at the side of my face and just want to add a little bit of colour in here. Just to warm up my skin a little bit, just because obviously my foundation is so light. I just want to add a little bit of colour. Oh, I love this book, it smells like chocolate. And then I will go along my jawline as well, just to add a bit of colour there. Anything left over, I'll bring it down my neck. And then just blend that out. So that's all I'm going to do with that. Just a little bit, a nice little touch of colour. And then for my blush, I'm actually going to use the, I'm on a Too Faced binge, honestly, everything near enough is Too Faced. I'm going to use the Too Faced Sweetheart Perfect Flush Blush, and this is in Peach Beach, not Cream Beach. And it is a really, really gorgeous colour. I love this blusher, it's so, so pretty. So I'm just going to take a nice small blush brush. Again, this is by So Eco. I do love their brushes, they're so cute. And literally a little bit, and I'm just going to go above where I've just put my bronzer. And I'm trying really hard not to pull the face that I would normally pull. I'd normally like suck in my cheeks or something, I'd be like, and then I smile. Just so I can make sure that it's going on fine and it's where it needs to be. We all have guidelines on how we do our faces. And I literally just want a little bit of that because the bronze is in there. Literally, you could do the bronzer and you could leave it at that. You wouldn't necessarily need to put any blush on, but I do like a little bit of colour. And then I will just go in with another brush just to blend it all together, just so there's no harsh line between the bronzer and then my blush. And then at this point I probably would pop a highlighter on. So I'm going to use the MAC Soft and Gentle. So this is a mineralised. So I'm just taking this on a fan brush and just putting it onto the tops of my cheeks, cheekbones. Oh, if I could douse my face in a highlighter, I probably would. I love it. And then again, I'm just going to go in with that same brush and I'm just going to blend everything. And I know sometimes this could take away a little bit of the product from the highlighter, but I am going to go in again just to highlighter it up a bit more. So a bit more on there, and it's so pretty. Oh, my favourite product. It has to be my favourite product of all time, highlighters. I don't think I could ever live without a primer or a highlighter. So speaking of highlight, I am going to go in now and I'm going to highlight the inner corners of my eyes. So I'm going to take a Makeup Geek eyeshadow, and it's the first one in this palette here, and this is Shimmer Shimmer. I love this. I've actually used this on as a cheek highlight as well as an inner corner highlight, brow bone highlight. I absolutely love it, and I'm just going to pop it just onto my tear duct and I'm going to brush it upwards just to really highlight that area. And then I'm also going to highlight my brow bone. And then I'm also going to highlight my cupid's bow. So once you have doused yourself in highlighters and shimmery things like I have, you can just go ahead and finish up. So I'm just going to pop on some, what am I going to pop on now? I'm going to pop on some clear brow gel just to set my eyebrows in place. And this is the Anastasia clear brow gel. And I'm just going to quickly run that through, just so I know that my eyebrows will stay in place. And then for my lips, I'm actually going to use a couple of products. I'm actually going to go in with a lip liner by Urban Decay, and this is in the colour Rush. I really, really love this lip liner. So I am going to outline and then I am going to fill in as well. It's such a really nice lip liner. And then I'm going to go over the top of that with MAC's Angel lipstick. This is, what is this? This is a frosted lipstick as well, which is really, really nice. I love this lipstick. And then just to give a little bit more shine to it, I'm just going to pop on some Sugar Bomb Lip Gloss by Benefit. I really do like shimmery lips, so I like a shimmery everything actually. And that is pretty much everything that I'm going to do to my face. All I'm going to do now is I'm going to take some of the Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray just to set everything in place because I don't want anything to move throughout the day. So I'm just going to douse my face in this. It's a new bottle. No. Oh, I love this stuff, it's amazing. So this is just going to prevent any creasage, and also any powders that I've already put on my face now, this will just set everything into place. So this is pretty much my makeup routine for today. It's really subtle, it's a subtle eye, it's a really nice lip as well. It's just really daytime appropriate, and then you could jazz it up of an evening as well. You could darken up your eyes a little bit and change your lip colour. Another spritz of the spray on there, refreshing the skin, and you could definitely do so much with this look. So I'm going to go and sort my hair out and throw something on, and I will be right back. So this is the finished look. I have just put my clothes on and put my hair up into a bun. I really enjoyed doing this video. This is literally a look that I would go to all the time. I really like the colours that I've used in this, especially like the eyeshadow palette and then the lip colour as well. So I hope you enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed filming it for you. Like I said at the beginning, if there's anything that you want to ask, then please just leave me a comment down below. I will definitely get back to you. And until my next video, I will see you all soon. Bye guys.